All right. What's going on, everybody? You can tell by the title, today's a big day. Maybe I didn't sell it because I opened with a big yawn, but you know what? We don't care. Today is a big day. We're celebrating 6 days on YouTube, and apparently one day of me knowing how to count my my numbers, my digits. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, we'll wait for everybody to get into the chat, but obviously I want to thank everybody. We got Eddie Rayman already excited. What's up, OG? Happy 6th anniversary. I came first. Yeah, I know, usually you're late, and I'm not saying that to you know, throw shade at you, but usually like, oh, hey, sorry I'm late. Oh, hey, sorry I'm late. It's great to have you in here. However, bad news of one of celebrities has passed away. By Hulk Hogan passed away. Bro, I feel like celebrities pass away in groups, because Ozzy Osbourne just passed away like 2 days ago. And now Hulk Hogan. I mean, Hulk Hogan wasn't a saint or anything, but, you know, especially if you love wrestling, you know, he was somebody you looked up to as a kid. So, yeah, that sucks. JD Sensei, happy 6 years on YouTube. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, JD. Yeah, it's crazy to talk about doing something for 6 years. I mean, most people do school for 4 years, and after that third year, that whole fourth year, you're like, God damn, this sucks, right? Like, how many people start that fourth year of high school or that fourth year of college? Excuse me. That fourth year of college, and you're just, man, you're just on autopilot. You're just droning through. You're like, man, screw this noise. We got Lucas in the chat. Yo, happy birthday, OG. Yes, in a way, it is my birthday. Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate that. We got Grace in the chat. What's going on, Grace? It's been a hot minute. We got all of our regulars showing up. Love it. Love to see it. We got Sinu Vlogs. The Dotard Elfalist. 6 years. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, 6 isn't like the sexiest anniversary, but hold on one second. 6 isn't the sexiest anniversary, but I count every year. Like, I make it a thing. Even like today, we're not gonna do anything special. I'm just gonna do Q&A, you know, chat and rap, shoot the fat, you know. But I always mark each one, because when I started out, there were like a bunch of people my channel size. One person even hit like 1,000 subs overnight. They had like 100, and then they hit 1,000 overnight. I don't remember their name. There were like a dozen or so channels my size when I started. And now there's, out of that dozen, honestly, of the dozen that were like my group when I started, none of them are around anymore. Like, some of them are around doing different things, but I'm pretty much the only one left who's consistently posting on YouTube. The one person who is technically left, so there's a couple of people. There's one person, she went by a different name, but now she's I forget her. She's a VTuber now. She was doing anime essay videos. I gotta look her up. It's gonna bother me. She used to go by Katie because that's her name, but now she has another name. Let's go to... Kizoi. Excuse me, Kizoi on Twitter and on YouTube as well. Kizoi. Saxy, one of my editors, he's got a YouTube channel, but he doesn't really upload And then Pokesel. Pokesel was doing a ton of stuff when Thousand Year Blood War started, but now, sorry, I was looking at Dawn to Dawn Twitter and I got distracted. Pokesel used to post a bunch of Bleach videos, and then, you know, life happened for him, and like he's still making videos here and there, but again, not consistently. And I'm not, you know, I'm not jabbing these people, but I point this out to say YouTube was one of those things. Obviously I'm still on the rise, on the grind, on the up and up, but even someone, you know, what I'm getting at is something like YouTube, it's so easy to just stop doing it. And it takes forever, but it really is just one of those things. Like, you do it with no results. I say no results, obviously I get hundreds of thousands of views on my channel, but you do it with like no dramatic results for years after years after years, and then just one day something happens and suddenly you're like, oh, I guess I figured it out. Yeah, Grace, it has been a hot minute. How you doing? I hope you've been doing well. Zachary, what's going on, Zachary? Congrats on the 6 years. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. We got Senting saying congrats. Hello. We got Justin in the chat. What's going on, Justin? Justin, do you watch college football at all? I've been thinking about football like crazy. It's only like a month away. I'm fiending. I need football in my life again. 2020 changes everything. Yeah, the pandemic was a big part of it for sure. That was definitely a big influence. Science Saru animating The Witch in Mongolia opinions for 2026. I don't know what that means. Is that a show they're doing? Sakamoto Days is in its final battle. Is it? I thought it wasn't ending. I thought it still had a while. Oh, excuse me, my voice is all raspy today. Recently, you are my favorite anime YouTuber. Well, thank you, Tsinu. I appreciate that. That's awesome. The anime YouTube space is weirdly small, but weirdly big at the same time. Like, so the three biggest channels, at least on YouTube, although that does raise a good question. So the three biggest channels are Giguk, Anime Man, and Sea-Dog, obviously the Trash Taste guys. They all have like 3 million subscribers, so that's kind of the cap right now. There's also the Anime Men, who have gone viral for the last year or so. They have 4.5. I wouldn't say they're as influential. I'd say they're more mainstream, but like they make more like anime entertainment content. They're not making like anime dedicated content, I guess is a good way of putting it, but you know, they're still part of the community. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, it's a weirdly small community because obviously there's YouTube channels with way more subscribers, but it's also a big community in the sense that, like, you know, when you have a small niche community, you could name like the 5, you know, lead creators. Anime YouTube is big enough where like there is no one circle of anime YouTube. There's like a bunch of people who are like at the top. So it's weird. It's like a weirdly small and big community. How is Massachusetts? You know, we're hanging in there. Getting a little hot. you're in the top 3 of Dawn to Dawn reviewers. So since you brought it up, I'm curious, who would you hold, or who is apparently the top 3? I'll tell you right now, if I look up Dawn to Dawn review, excuse me. So the top 3 channels, if you look up Dawn to Dawn review, are Danny Moda, who's pretty big right now. And that's like an actual anime review channel. Brandon Reviews, who I don't really see him on Twitter, and I don't really see anyone talk about him, but that's a channel that always comes up. And then there's me. So I'm definitely in the top 3. I would say I don't think I'm objectively like the #1 Dawn to Dawn content creator. I think after the season I will be, but I'm definitely one of the more prominent ones, which is exactly what I'm trying to go for. I like Commodore Laws and Mugen Eclipse for Dawn to Dawn reviewers. Okay, I can respect that. Who is Mugen Eclipse? I've never heard of them. Mugen Eclipse. Alright, so they're a smaller channel. Rock on. Let me catch up with chat here. I've been getting into anime again, but very slowly. That's awesome. I know you were kind of taking a break, but that's good that you're getting back into things. Season 2 of Kaiju number 8 dropped. Yeah, it should have dropped like a week ago or something like that. How do people like it so far? What do you think about the new Dawn to Dawn fan book coming out? Somebody said Okarune's dad is in it. I hope they do some kind of like small lore drop. But I hope they don't do too much. Something I hate about One Piece is that we get really important information in lore books that should be in the manga. I don't think that's going to happen at Dawn to Dawn, but I would hate for that to start being a thing. Grace said, do I have anything for you? I don't know. What are you looking for? How do you stay consistent and grow on YouTube? Just don't stop. Don't stop. Get better every day. Stay fresh. Do new things. Make a team. Don't do it by yourself. And just don't stop. Justin said, I watch college football. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm fiending for football. Tell me about the video that changed your channel for good. I don't think I've really had any videos like that. I've had a couple of viral videos. The JJK, what happened to JJK's art video, my first Gachi Akata video, and then the Unspoken Riz of Okarun videos. The Okarun Riz video was funny because I knew that the whole romance aspect of Dawn to Dawn was gonna blow up because everyone thought it was just the weird anime about balls, but I'm like, no, it's gonna be like a romance thing. So I made that video like the week that episode dropped, and then you can see now if you look up like discussions of the romance and Dawn to Dawn, that video is still the biggest one. Like Sarcastic Chorus did one. Hold on 1 second. Sarcastic Chorus did one. And I still think, granted, they just dropped theirs like 2 weeks ago. Mine's like 6 months old, but still. Let's go to Sarcastic Chorus. If you don't know who Sarcastic Chorus is, they do a bunch of videos on animated shows. And in particular, they make a lot of videos about like ships and shipping. Excuse me. So they did a video 2 weeks ago, Okaroon cross Momo, romance done right. And it's got 247,000 views. Granted, they have 500,000 subscribers, and their video is 247. My video has almost 700,000. It's got like 660,000. So yeah, that video was crazy to see how well it did, and how well the fact that it's still the biggest video on that topic, that's like kind of a, you know, a badge on my shoulder for sure. We got Edens in the chat. What's going on, Edens? I show up when we're talking about Sarcastic Chorus. Yeah, I was just saying that they did a Okaroon and Momo video 2 weeks ago, and my video still has more views. We're just talking about the fact that I still have the biggest Okaroon / Momo romance video on YouTube. By all means, if someone can find a bigger one, I'm not saying this to, you know, be boastful. I'm not saying this to talk shit, but objectively speaking, there is no bigger video than my video on that topic. You know, Sarcastic Chorus, that's awesome. I mean, they talk about a lot of animated shows, which I think is awesome. They talk a lot about ships. They have a very unique space in YouTube, and they're doing very well for themselves. I would like to be at that level in the next year or so, but it's gonna take some time for sure. Vinland Saga final chapter tomorrow. Expect a video on that. That's all I'm gonna say. Ships are his bread and butter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have never really been an anime exclusive, or an anime. They've never really covered anime in particular. It was more like animation, like Hell of a Boss, Has Been Hotel, you know, Cartoon Network shows, stuff like that. But they've like been tipping their toes in the anime pool, and it seems very clear that they're going to expand their subject matter into anime as well as animation. Did they announce how long this season of Dandadan is? Oh, while I think of it, everybody in chat, do you say Dandadan or Dandadan? Because I've always heard it said Dandadan, and that's even how I hear it in the openings. But people say Dandadan, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. The channel started off talking about Dragon Prince, then blew up with Hell of a Boss. Along the way, the ship videos started popping off. Yeah, I noticed with Hell of a Boss, you know what my first video I noticed them with was Lose Cross Amity. I think that was the first one that popped up on my feed back when I was catching up to The Owl House, which is a goated show, by the way. Okay, so everyone says it Dandadan, not Dandadan. Okay. Dandadan if I'm being annoying to my friend, but to my friend Dan, that's funny. Still hoping for a Sarcastic Chorus to make a video about Dragon Ball related stuff, like how Yamcha cross Bulma failed and why Vegeta cross Bulma surprisingly worked. Well, that's interesting to say, because so there's a difference between what's canon and what works, right? So should they make a third season of Gravity Falls? No, Gravity Falls ended perfectly. Let dead dogs lie. Just go triple D. Hey man, that's what I'm saying. By the way, congrats on 6 years. Well, thank you, Arceus. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. What were we saying? Oh, so yeah, I'm trying to think of a good example. So I would say a good example is if you watch the original Justice League and Justice League Unlimited cartoons. So in Justice League Unlimited, it was a big plot point that Green Arrow and Black Canary were a couple, and they were like the poster couple for the Justice League, right? Excuse me. I don't like them as a couple. I think they're like the Troy and what's her name, like High School Musical couple, like the two popular kids. I think it's super boring. Like it works, but also I think it's stupid. It's got no sauce. It's got no spice. It's like plain chicken, right? It's like a chicken tender with no seasoning and no sauce, no dipping sauce. It's like, yeah, it's still a chicken tender. It still works. But can you really call that food? How old was I when I started the channel? So I started back in 2019. So I would have been 22, I think. No, 21. I was 21. I started late. A lot of people, like the spilling the milk guys, I think they started at like 18, 19, their YouTube careers, because they were editing for like Giguk and guys like that. Excuse me. And now, like, they're younger than me. They're like 24, 25, maybe even 23, and they're huge. But they started younger and earlier than I did. That's really the tried and true secret hack to success in content creation. Just start before everybody else. And once you start, just don't stop, because it's the people who start and then get lucky and then don't do anything to grow that fall behind and then get like really weird. Like, you know, we all know those creators, those channels that like used to be popular and like they're still popular, but like nobody really cares anymore, or they're not popular anymore and they like kind of went batshit crazy. Like the Liver King, although I can't tell you a single person I know that ever liked the Liver King. I always thought he was a friggin' whack job. But like now that he's kind of lost his following, he's like batshit crazy. He's like walking around like a dog, right? Saying he's gonna visit people in their nightmares and stuff. Like, get out of here. What did I major in university? So my major in college was politics, philosophy, and economics. And that is not 3 majors. That is 1. Don't eat that raw liver. Anybody who followed that guy, God bless you, but you are a moron. If you want to know the secret to getting shredded, like if you want to know the secret to being an absolute unit, eat less, move more. Simple, right? I'll give you a perfect example. Ever since high school, I've always been overweight. When I was high school age and college age, I got away with it because I was lifting 4 times a week like an absolute savage. And then after college, I stopped lifting, but I was eating like I was lifting, and I was drinking and getting Chick-fil-A and all this stuff. Grace says, I gotta go, OG. I'm gonna see you in the next one. All right, bye, Grace. Good to see you. Thank you. But yeah. And like, the whole time I was overweight, nobody would ever tell me that I was fat. You kind of need someone to tell you you're fat, because if people just tell you like, oh, you're big, or oh, you're bulky, like it doesn't really register, right? You kind of have to like tell yourself like, oh, I'm fat, but like I'm fat right now. But if you want to like become an absolute unit, like nobody's going to look like Hugh Jackman, but if you want to look like Hugh Jackman, relatively like down to earth Hugh Jackman, cut out the bullshit, stop eating cake, stop drinking milkshakes, put a little honey in your tea, put a little sugar in your coffee, cut out the bullshit, no soda, don't drink God, I stopped drinking. And like literally in a week, I lost 20 pounds. So quit drinking, cut out the bullshit, eat less, you know, don't eat. When I was coming up and I was lifting, my trainers and coaches would always tell me, eat till it's coming out your ears, right? Because we're trying to get big. You know, if you're not trying to be a power lifter, eat like eat the equivalent of like one chicken breast and like that much broccoli or like that much sweet potatoes, right? That's it. And eat whole foods, you know, besides like maybe protein shakes. If you didn't like basically eat it the way it came at the grocery store, don't eat it, right? Like don't eat pizza, don't eat French fries. Whole foods, minimally processed, right? You're not fat, you're just stocky. That was the thing. Like people, to be fair, I was huge. Like even in college, I was not an athlete and I roomed with baseball guys and they would see me in the gym and they'd be like, God damn, dude, you're huge. Like people would always say, oh, you have a big chest. The other thing too was I lifted. So I was only, I was like 190 and I'm a short guy. So that's a lot of weight for someone my height. But I would lift when I was back home. I would lift with guys who were like 200 pounds, 225 pounds, 250 pounds. And they could get away with it because they were taller. So in my mind, being 200 pounds, I was like, oh, I'm lightweight, right? Like that's nothing. But yeah, cut out booze if you drink, cut out the bullshit. Richard Barnes just subscribed. Well, hello, Richard. Pleasure to have you. Cut out the bullshit, stop drinking, eat whole foods, right? And eat less. Eat the equivalent of like one chicken breast and like a little bit of broccoli or like a little bit of sweet potatoes. You can eat rice. Don't eat brown rice. If you eat brown rice, I'm probably going to punch you in the mouth. Nothing wrong with brown rice, but just eat white rice. You know, don't make food complicated. And then yeah, just lift like 2 or 3 times a week. That's it. That's really it. You don't need protein shakes. You don't need pre-workout. You don't need, you know, I'm a psychopath all that bullshit. Just pick up weights 2 or 3 times a week. You'll get huge. You'll get skinny. That's it. I really need to hear that, man. Thank you. I'm 230, 5'10". I'm not the biggest, but I got some weight on me, so I really appreciate that. The one thing that set it into perspective for me, somebody said, have I seen the new Squid Games? No. I do not watch Squid Games, not for any particular reason, just doesn't seem interesting to me. The one thing I do, so you told me you are 5'10 and 230. So look up BMI, body mass index. Body mass index is more or less an exact science. Obviously it's not perfect, but it tells you how much you should weigh. I'm gonna do, you said you're 5'10"? 5'10" and 230. And I'm not doing this to put you on stand or anything, but I want to use this as an example. So anyone in chat that is like me, that is trying to get on a weight loss journey, like this is how you do it. I'm going to make it stupid simple. 5'10", said you're 230. So you can use any one online. They're all going to vary, but they're all going to be in the same ballpark. So if you put in 5'10", 230 pounds, your body mass index is 33.0. So according to medical science, not, you know, Instagram, not YouTube, not, you know, online mental health, like body positivity. According to medical science, you are obese. You are in class 1, about to enter class 2 of obesity, right? And I don't say this to, you know, again, put you on stand, but that's what it took for me. I had to like look and be like, oh, I'm not just big, I'm obese. Like people say that word is toxic. It's, you know, whatever, unhealthy body images. But you got to look in the mirror and be like, wow, I'm obese, right? Like I'm obese. Because all of a sudden you're like, I'm not just big, right? Like if you're big, like it's like, oh, whatever, I could eat less, but I'm fine. If you're obese, like you're literally killing yourself. But I was obese. I was at like a 32. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna die. Like maybe not today, maybe not in a year, but I'm gonna die. Like I'm gonna kill myself is basically what I'm doing. So that's what it took for me. But the good news is it's not hard or impossible. You could be 15% body fat in 1 year, 12 months. You just got to come up with the diet plan. That's it. What is fat with a pH? Then you're fat, not fat. I saw that today. Somebody explained it. Ah, shit. What does P stand for? Damn it. There was a movie with Chris Tucker. And Chris Tucker called somebody fat and they're like, "Excuse me?" And he said, "Oh, no. I said fat with a PH." And then he spelled it out like an acronym. And I was like, "Oh, that makes so much sense." It's like physically attractive or physically hot and something. I don't know. I can't remember. But it was Chris Tucker spelled it out in a movie, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. What's your dream anime character to do a voiceover for? I don't think I would be a good voice actor because I'm very monotone and like I don't have a very distinctive voice. But I would love to do like a good villain, right? Not Lex Luthor because I don't have the voice for it, but like, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, I honestly don't know who I'd be like a good fit for. It would have to be somebody short. We got Josh in the chat. What's going on, Josh? Pleasure to have you. Do I read manga? Yes, I do read manga. We might read some manga today, but obviously I'm just kind of chatting and rapping. Yeah. I want to talk about the table of contents for Shonen Jump because people won't shut up. Edens keeps sharing it with me. People won't shut up about table of contents in Jump. And I think it goes to show like how good we have it in Jump right now that people have to fight about table of contents. It always comes up when it's roughly time for cuts and new batches. But the only other thing besides that is like when there's really no clear victors. When there's like clear winners in Jump, people just like fight about that. Like when it was Black Clover and My Hero, nobody gave a shit about like new manga. It was literally all Black Clover and My Hero. And that's kind of what is happening with Kagurabachi, Ichi the Witch. It's not Jump, but people are dragging Gachi Akuta into it. But yeah, people need to just like chill out with the Shonen Jump stuff. Like people want to, people complain about, you know, Shueisha cut in manga. If it was up to Jump fans, they would cut manga after like chapter 5. But people got to chill out, man. It's ridiculous. Are you expecting any Dr. Stone blow up episodes this season? No, I think Dr. Stone is chilling. I think Dr. Stone is popular. It's mainstream, but like nobody's talking about it. It's just, it's not new. It hasn't been new for a long time. And it's not like a very sexy manga. It's not a battle series. It's not a romance series. So it's like, you know, it's there. Yo man, just here to congratulate you for the 6 years and many more years to come. Well, thank you, Utkarsh. I probably butchered your name. I appreciate that. Prakash. I appreciate you coming to say hi. Yeah, I want this channel I want to do this channel for at least 10 years, hopefully more. I'd like to get to 1 million subs with this channel one day. Is Demon Slayer box office doing well from Japan? I have no idea. I would think so. I mean, it's Demon Slayer. That being said, I just don't think anyone like cares about Demon Slayer the way they used to. Like it's like a 5-year-old manga at this point, 6-year-old manga. You know, anime, I mean, as well. So it's like there's a lot of other stuff that people want to watch. Will I watch the Latvian Flow movie 2024? No, I will not. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that is. Excuse me. I do want to talk about Manga Plus. Right, I always like to look at the rankings. Top 5 are the same. I would love for Dandadan to hit the number 3 spot on Manga Plus one of these days. I don't think it's going to happen while Chainsaw Man is running. Chainsaw Man is so weird because even some of its biggest fans love to hate on it, but it's just got like a diehard fan base. Like it can do no wrong. Fujimoto is ineffable, right? Is that the word? Is that the word I want to use? Ineffable, too great or extreme to be expressed, or no, that's not. He's infallible is the word I'm looking for. And like people just, even if that manga was dog shit, people would say it's like the best thing ever. Not to say Chainsaw Man fell off or anything like that, but it's got a very unique position and fan base for sure. What are the top 5 as of now, mind I ask? One Piece, Boruto, Chainsaw Man, Dandadan, Spy Family. It used to be Kaiju number 8, but Kaiju number 8 is finished, so they don't count it in the top 40 anymore. I really want to get out my Spy Family video next month because I really enjoyed my reread of that manga and I really want to talk about it. I'm not going to cover it weekly or anything like that, but it's like a completely different story after chapter like 70 or so. It's the best it's ever been, if you ask me. It's Lativa. Congrats for the 6 years. Thank you, Fruit Loop. I appreciate you. Everybody say hi to Fruit Loop. They have done some of my profile pictures, some of my channel art. They do the emoji, the characters for the videos, so make sure to thank them. Big part of the channel. What are the top 5? Oh, we already answered that. Dandadan for the last 3 volumes now has sold higher than Chainsaw Man's last 3 volumes. It lost a lot of fans in Japan for part 2. Yeah, but again, like people are still reading it. So it's like, what do we... It's still popular, but it's definitely died down from part 1. Any movies you've seen this month? Not this month, but I saw Sinner last month. That is probably the best movie of the year. Eden's, congrats on the 6 years. Thank you, I appreciate it. Means a lot, man. Eden's, I brought it up before. How like when I was coming up, there was this like circle / generation of YouTubers that all had like, you know, like 1,000 subs, 5,000 subs. And like they're all gone, most of them anyway. So I was kind of talking about how like so many people just like quit because they're like, you know, it's been 3 years, like I'm gonna do something else, or it's been like, oh, it's been 5 years, nothing has happened, so I'm just gonna stop. It's like literally just not stopping is how you succeed. It's really it. Oh, will I do a Vinland Saga video? Yes. Ideally tomorrow. It might not be till Saturday, but there will be a Vinland Saga video this weekend. I took that personal. I'm one of the ones in the void. Yeah, but like you're doing other stuff, right? Like you do occasionally edit for people. You've had other stuff going on. And again, I don't say that to like throw shade at people. I say that like, you know, sometimes shit happens. Like for me, I just like decided like no matter what's going to happen, YouTube is going to be that one thing I just never stop doing. And there were a couple of points where like I slowed down, right? But I came back and I kicked ass, and you know, I'm still very small. I don't even have 100,000 subscribers yet, but you know, it's all about consistency for sure. And better than a lot of people, you've always been in the space. Like you're in streams for a lot of people. You're on Twitter, you're active. You're saying like the ones who don't even do it. So I'll give you an example. I brought up before, Pokesel. You know Pokesel. Pokesel is still around, but like it's a far cry from like when 1000 Year Blood War started and he was posting a bunch of Bleach videos. And now he posted, he might post like 2 videos a year, if that. And it's crazy because he and I used to be like neck and neck. Yeah. So Edens, you brought up Fantastic Four. Can we talk about the weird drama between Pedro Pascal and what's her name? What the hell is her name? Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby. Everyone's saying it's his anxiety. Man, that's just a little weird if you ask me. Like, I know they're actors and it's like California, right? Where everyone's like, you know, hey man, right? But it's like, yeah, that's a little touchy-feely, especially for, if they were both single, I'd be like, man, who gives a shit, right? But especially when she's married, it's like, that seems kind of weird. And it'd be another thing if they were doing it like in the privacy of like, you know, their friend groups, but like they're doing it on national TV. It's like, yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah, Vanessa Kirby, the one who's playing Invisible Girl or whatever her name is from the Fantastic Four. Yeah, I've been seeing all these videos coming out. I thought they were an actual, I thought they were a couple. I'm like, he's not married, is he? Right? I thought they were an actual couple when I saw those videos. Yeah, it's weird. I only saw the new Superman movie. It was actually awesome. I've heard mostly good reviews about that movie, which is good. I don't think I'm going to go see it. It doesn't really look like my cup of tea. But I'm glad it's doing well. Great, just great. This anime season is weird. I made a joke saying they were doing some serious method. Yeah. The one clip that stands out to me is when they're doing an interview and she like reaches around him and is like massaging his face. I'm like, ugh. Like for a married couple, that's fine. But for two, you know, platonic friends, it's like, what the, like, what are we doing? Yeah, I don't get that. Like if a woman I'm not dating was like touching my face, I'd be like, can you not do that? But I'm not Pedro Pascal. I'm not a touchy-feely person, so I'm very like, this is my bubble. Like, let's be cool. Do you think that faceless content is better than face cam in anime niche? I don't think so. I think in general, people want somebody to connect to, like we're doing right now. I've been saying for months I'm gonna use the camera in my videos. I've just been busy. I've been lazy with my video schedule. I need to make time to like really fine tune the camera, and once I do that, I'm gonna clean up all this stuff. I'm gonna move my calendar. I'm gonna put up like pictures and stuff. Get some lighting, right? We'll make it super sexy. Bro, that was the first video I saw. Yeah, it was really weird. Like, why are we touching people? The whole PDA thing is like, even in this progressive day and time, it's like, can we not? I'll give you a perfect example. When I was in college, I was in line to get coffee, and there was this couple in front of me, and the dude was like, so the girl had her hair back in like braids. It was like it was a ponytail basically, and the dude was stroking her ponytail, and I was like, what the like, even now, I just got chills. Like, it's just like, what are we doing? Like, what? We got a Bait Gamer YouTube that just subscribed. Well, hello. Pleasure to have you. Hopefully you don't participate in PDA. The Pedro video with Willem Dafoe's wife was crazy. He did, bro, he's touching everybody. What the fuck? Man. He is the real life, Game of Thrones character. He's just banging butts with everybody. God damn. What do you think about content creators that focus only in one anime, like One Piece? One Piece is different because One Piece is so saturated. You kind of have to go all in on One Piece. But I mean, that's the thing about YouTube. Like, once you find your core audience, like, you gotta focus in on that core audience. Like, that's kind of my mistake, is when I blew up with Dawn to Dawn, I should have made more Dawn to Dawn videos, but I'm kind of coming back to it, so expect more regular Dawn to Dawn videos. That being said, people kind of make certain series, their whole identity in like a really weird way. Like, there were a lot of people that did that with Jujutsu Kaisen, and you could tell they really didn't give a shit about Jujutsu Kaisen. They were just doing it because it was popular. Is that the moment I realized college wasn't for you? No, that was the moment I realized people weren't for me. And I'm not like one of these like antisocial social club people who are like, oh, I'm shy, I'm introverted. But like, man, people are stupid. People are like weird. Like, you ever go to like Chipotle or like, you know, McDonald's or, you know, wherever, right? Wingstop, whatever, Domino's. You ever just like go out to see people in the wilds and you're just like, man, COVID should have happened sooner. Like, the whole like stay in my house and Uber and just not go out and hang out with people in the wild so much. That shit should have happened sooner. Like, people are really just like animals, savages. Motive said, I find your content amazing. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I try to make content that, you know, isn't necessarily life-changing, but is entertaining for people. So I appreciate that you say that. I'm not going to go see Fantastic Four in theaters just because, well, to put it frankly, I'm a broke bitch. So I'm trying to save all my money. But I'm also, yeah, I'm just broke. That's most of the reason. The other thing too is this is my busy time of the month. I'm scripting videos, recording videos, so I got shit to do. And then the other thing is I'll just watch it when it comes out on Disney. I pay for Disney, I might as well use it. I'm not going to Chipotle ever since I saw the bugs in the food. Bro, Chipotle is just, they cannot beat that reputation. Ever since they had that, what was it, the salmonella? Trichopecaleka something? Ever since they had that disease outbreak, they've been screwed. I had a One Piece video idea I'll throw your way later, but I don't know if I want to step back into that community. Bro, I'll do it. If it's a good idea, I'll take it. I got no problem taking your idea. Edens, you definitely gotta upload, because I'm telling you right now, if you get consistent like I am, bro, 100K in a year, no problem. We'll get you there. I got you. While I have everybody here, who are your favorite anime channels? Because I was talking about earlier, like, there's no one circle of creators in this space that like everyone turns to. It's like there's kind of not cliques, but like different bundles, brackets. Pay Talks Anime is kind of one of the top people right now. Masked Man is still here. He's still around. He's kind of just making whatever now. Obviously the One Piece creators are still around. I don't think anyone's really still messes with Ohara. I think he's still just like farming content, doing his thing. Slowly but surely. I tell people all the time, because I got so many people in my circle that like they would be killers. Like, you know how there's Kill Tony and he like raises up like killer comedians? Once I've made my money and like I've, you know, made it on YouTube, I want to do, you know, make Sal, or kill Sal, kill OG, and I just want to raise up just like killer YouTubers. There's so many people in my circle that like they would be killers if they just made videos. Like that's literally that's the only thing stopping them. They just don't make videos. They got all the capacity, all the intelligence, all the experience, all the manga know-how. They just need to make videos. I heard this new Fantastic Four is one of the best of all three films compared, was failed. That might have been a sentence. I've heard this movie's really good. I just want to hear people talk about series or anime, not politics. Yeah, I could not be less interested in politics. I watch you and Naruto Explained in his channel. I watch the Greek Weeb. Greek Weeb is really good. Make sure to check him out. Naruto Explained, one of the coolest guys. I know sometimes you see creators and you're like, oh, this guy's probably a douchebag. Naruto Explained, one of the nicest guys I've ever talked to. Super down to earth, super chill, incredibly selfless and generous. Yeah. I used to like Chibi and Nicholas Light, but I'm not a big drama person, so your content is very chill. Chibi is Chibi. Nicholas Light seems nice, but he seems like kind of, I don't know, he seems like very like, he seems like one of those people that, you know, wakes up at 3 o'clock and is like about the grind, and he's just like, right? Like he's very intense. And I mean, it works for him. He's like basically the biggest anime reviewer right now. But yeah, he just seems very intense. Whereas, you know, I'm trying not to be that guy. I'm trying to just be like, hey guys, let's talk about anime. Yeah, this anime season is weird. Donadon is doing well. Who else we got? Panty and Stocking is doing better than I thought it was going to. Today's episode was all right. I didn't think it was anything special. So far my favorite episode is episode 2. I thought the whole Magic the Gathering thing was hilarious. Let's look at anime seasonal. So Don is doing well. Dress Up Darling is doing well. Kaiju number 8. Fragrant Flower is tanking. It's getting talked about for sure, but it would probably be way more popular if it wasn't on Netflix and it was actually available to watch. Honestly, Fruit Loop Chan said, honestly would like to talk about anime or manga for further explanations or opinions on it. Not gonna lie. Okay. Your panty and stocking video was something I wasn't expecting from you, but love to see it. I try to do different stuff. Like I don't ever want to do just the same thing over and over. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making that video, so it was a good time. I do have to wrap this up in like a minute, unfortunately. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Gachi Akuta, I think it's going to be an uphill battle. It had a lot of hype going into it, and the fan base is there. The fan base wants it. But outside of manga fans and like casual anime fans, it's really fighting to like be in that like top 3 and be like super relevant. I think it's going to be one of those series that like doesn't really blow up until the end of the season. As a matter of fact, I think it's going to have kind of a My Hero effect. My Hero, when season 1 dropped, it was talked about, but it didn't really blow up until the Nemu episode, like All Might versus Nemu. I don't think Gachi Akuta is really going to blow up until like episode like 11 or so. But we'll see. And Sakamoto Days is Sakamoto Days. People are going to watch it. I don't think anyone particularly cares about the anime anymore. And that is really all I have to say. Mr. Guapo says, happy 6 years on YouTube. I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. Your videos help me a lot in my writing. I want to make manga for Weekly Shonen Jump. That's awesome, man. Good for you. My advice is, they have, I don't know where it is on Viz, but you can submit to them. Just submit to them, keep pitching. And, I guarantee at some point you'll get on Jump Plus, because they put a ton of manga on Jump Plus. But that's awesome. Good for you. My advice is just tell a story that is uniquely you and that you think resonates with people, and somebody, everybody, anybody will find it and love it. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you everybody for 6 years. It means a lot. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Again, I want to thank my editors as well. Amazing people. We will stream Sunday. I have nothing going on Sunday. Nothing should get in the way of a Sunday stream. 2 videos this weekend. Look out for Vinland Saga. It won't be a chapter review so much as a what happened to Vinland Saga. You know the drill. You know what it is. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, and I will see you Sunday. Peace.